The engine is almost ready. At this point, I will be pretty close to the point where I need to lower this engine. So right now what I need to do though is this. You do have two main sets of wiring harnesses. You have this wiring harness that goes over the top of the engine, you know, your injectors and all that. And obviously you'll notice that I've not installed my fuel injectors and my fuel rail. I will get to that. First, there's another wiring harness. This one right here. Alternator. This one goes under the front of the engine, and then this goes all the way to the starter. So that's what I'll be focusing on right now. I need to install that. And the protective plate, well, this one here is not quite clean, but I do have a spare, so I'm gonna install the other one that I have ready. So that's what this video is going to be about, just getting the bottom wiring harness ready. And once that is all set up, I will raise then lower the whole assembly, then focus on all the wiring over the top. Okay, so that's what we'll be looking at right now. So things have been mounted. The electric sub harness has already been installed, and as you can see, the alternator has been installed. While not fully secure, there's a bracket missing over here on this side, but I don't fully mount these because I want to get access all the way here. There's something missing here. The motor mount, the engine mount, it's a rubber and metal composite that goes here. And during installation, I just like to make sure that I don't break them. Let me bring one here. Bank 2 actually, so let's get this one here. And I'll explain how they kind of go on. Alright, so this part with the nut above, right, there's a hole over here. Hope you could see the hole earlier, but this one sits here, then this bottom part goes into the subframe. I usually remove the motor mount because during installation, if you make a mistake and you bend this thing like this, bang it on something, you're going to end up breaking this thing, and it's not exactly cheap. So for the sake of, I guess, just preservation, I remove them. And I'm going to show you an example of one of these motor mounts here. This is it. This is a broken one. Bottom looks good, but the top is all gone, so can't really use it. So there you go. Just wanted to show you what was happening at this point in time. So I intend to lower the engine. Let me walk back, I suppose. I intend to lower the engine and the transmission assembly, lower everything onto the floor. I'm gonna get some boards, don't know where from yet, but I'm looking at that dolly and I'm really liking that dolly over there. I need something with wheels if possible. Man, this is a heavy assembly, but yeah, I'm gonna set it on something, maybe just on the plain floor, and then I'll work on the wiring on the top, including installation of the fuel rail. Then this one usually goes right here. But I'm not going to dink with that right now. I'll just let it be for now. I'll get to it later. Okay? Alright. So next time the camera is down, maybe definitely the camera is going to be off. So the next time the camera turns on, the engine's already going to be on the floor. And we'll be doing those final touches in preparation to install the engine over here. Engine and transmission. Power steering pump is on the floor, and what I was showing is that I could install it right now, but I need a clear path to the back while I'm working on the motor mounts. This one here is your AC compressor, and your AC compressor is usually installed over here. Well, if I can get light, it's usually installed on this side, but I need a path to this motor mount, so that's why the AC compressor is not going to be installed either. Well, the other thing is that I like to do my best to not lose any fluids when I'm doing my jobs. So that's why I've done my best to bend or to flex whatever could flex, so that I do not remove or I do not have to open my AC system and expose it to the environment. So right now the Freon, the refrigerant and everything is still contained within the system. It's just a way to kind of keep costs low. So this thing can work, flip the condenser over, but when you're doing a project you could definitely end up removing everything. This is just my method. After doing these a couple of times, this is how I prefer to do it at this point.